got some very old tail female lines that go back to the sort of 1740 and beyond, which means that every generation of hound has been bred on these premises from that date. So a beaver bitch out of a beaver bitch out of a beaver bitch, which is quite a special thing. So every morning is pretty much the same, whether it's hunting morning or not. The first thing you do every morning is wash the yards down. All the lodges are cleaned out, everything's washed down, cleaned, disinfected, the walls are all cleaned off. On a high day, you wake up pretty much the same as any other day, I suppose, but once you're up and about, there's a general feeling of excitement and anticipation of what's about to happen. Be it good or bad, you don't really know, because that's the essence of hunting. I've been doing the job for about 10 years now. Almost 10 years, and I've been in hunt service for just over 30 years. When I was quite young, my mum took me to the kennels to visit the hounds and see the huntsman, and they'd just come back from their day's hunting, and I remember going to the lodge with the hounds all sort of steaming and lying on beds and sitting with them, and I just thought, this is the job for me. Then you walk the hounds out, then that's a good time to cast your eye over the hounds and see if there's any lame ones, or if anything's gone wrong from the day before, if something's got a big toe, or if something's got a cut or scratch that you've missed, or something looks a bit off colour. That usually takes about an hour or so, and then we come back and probably go and have some breakfast.
Woodbine, gaslight, woodbine.
They're very excited, they're all bobbing about, they all want to be through the door. Their instinct is to be with the other hounds, so that's pretty much how they learn. And it's the same with introducing them to hunting. They're doing what the other hounds are doing. They hunt naturally anyway. That's what they do if you loose them off outside on their own. Because of the way they're bred, they want to be in the pack. You anticipate a good day, and your want is a good day. There's an element of danger, I suppose. So there's a general feeling of anticipation. Retirement would be beckoning if you weren't excited on a hunting morning. We're meeting a village today in Hose village, and that's certainly there'll be a lot of people from Hose. We're on the green. It has a sort of local feel. Quite some years ago, the tendency was to move away from pub meets and village meets and sort of have them more at private farms and houses, which I think was a mistake. It's much more inclusive to be on the village green or at the local pub than it is to be at the end of some long drive somewhere. Especially in the Vale, the hunt is the centre of a winter life in particular. We continue to uphold the standards expected of a traditional pack of foxhounds, and have adapted our hunting activities to comply with the changes in the law by trail hunting and working within the confines of the current legislation. Well, we meet at 11 o'clock and we move off at about 10 past. There's no specific signal, but just at 10 past, the master, whoever it happens to be on the day, might give a short speech, and then we move off. When I move off, everybody starts to move. It's just a general feeling of excitement. We hunt 5 or 6 days a week in the autumn, and then 3 days a week through the open season until the end of the shooting season, and then we usually do 4 days a week after that until mid-March when we finish. You notice signs in the hounds that you might sort of think to yourself it may be a good scenting day or it may not be a good scenting day. Again, similar with horses, you might be considering what wind direction is, or you might be considering which way around, maybe to alter the draw slightly if the weather's changed. Try to notice everything. You notice all the people about you, what movement, stock movements, things like that. But mostly your concentration is on the hounds and what they're doing, and so, checking they don't make any mistakes, and watching where your next fence is, where about you're going to jump the next fence, if you're going to still be alive after the next fence. You're still on a bit of a high, I would say, usually, especially if it's been a good day. That tends to roll on into the evening, hopefully. Pleased with the hounds, pleased with the horses. Satisfaction of a job well done. They're very sociable animals, they're very relaxed, friendly. I think partly because they're a hunting animal, they're a hunting dog, they get to do what nature intended, so it gives them a happy outlook on life.